Thank you for staying with us. Wulan, let's talk about the support activities that you have been giving to victims all this while. What kind of programs do you have besides Mulai Bicara? I understand you have a couple of programs up ahead, and you're trying to package this in a way that it's out of the box, let's just say, not the usual way of supporting groups, get them in a circle, talk, express. But I'm sure you have other mechanism to go about this.
Well, basically, the first mechanism that we adopt is, if you're familiar with Narcotic Anonymous or Alcoholic Anonymous, we try to adopt the similar mechanism. Reason is because we understand that sexual violence survivors are usually very discreet, and too often many of them came with the wound that they have carried on for decades. So when we invite people to come to the circle, we try to do it in a very discreet way as well. If you come, you don't even have to use your real identity, and we're not gonna ask. We're just asking everybody to respect the confidentiality during the meeting. And you don't have to talk if you don't feel comfortable to, because trust is not something that you can force on. And also, we give the authority fully to the survivors. Do you want to go through this road of recovery? Because the path to healing is ugly, painful. So they have to decide whether they're ready to do that or not. Because opening a Pandora box, unless you're ready to face what you've been hiding there, it's going to be very tough. So basically, they can just come and listen first. Some of them might continue. Some of them might think like, I can't. This is not for me. Or some of them try to come for a few sessions, try to share the stories, but then realize that I can't do this, which is okay, which is fine by us if they just leave, because we don't want to force them to come back as well if they're not feel comfortable. Comfort is the main focus for these survivors. The message is to make them understand that they are not alone. And there are people who experience the same things, similar things that they experience, and willing to listen and willing to help, should they are ready to take that help.
They don't have to deal with it alone.
Yes.
Now, on the other end is engaging the public to help this, because they can't do it alone. Because eventually they'll have to, once they are restored, they will have to go back to the community, and they will start a new page in their lives. And this cannot happen without the support of their community. How do you engage more and more people to become more aware?
Right. One of the initial thing that we tried was, of course, the campaign Mulai Bicara. And then 2 weeks ago, we also launched petitions through change.org. The focus of the petition is, the key message is actually one of the most important part, because we said crime happens when good people stays quiet. So we are trying to knock everybody's door, saying that you are good people, this is also your issues, help us, because we can't do it alone. And after the petitions, we also keep updating them on what is going on. For example, we updated them on the verdict being sent to some of the perpetrators.
We were clear, the petition is on moving forward with the government, the law.
The law,
on,
right. But we also keep updating the message on the petitions as well. And our latest standpoint would be to focus more on victims' oriented support, because we believe that one of the things that also needs to be done is that government supports the resocializations of the victims or survivors when they come back to the community. But for the community to be able to accept them openly and with warmth is for them to be able to begin to understand about sexual awareness issues, that they should not blame the victims, that it could happen to any of them. The case with Rejang Lebong, for example, the Bengkulu case, that actually broke down all the stigma that it happens to girls with a super sexy outfit, for example, a revealing outfit, for example, or that could happen only to girls who go out at night and coming home late at night. That broke that common stigma, because this has happened to an underage girl coming home in her school uniform, etc. So whatever the perspective that the community had before
needs to change.
Needs to change.
All right, we'll come back after the short break.